I'm in Fuatonyayo slums and the conditions around me are appalling. But it's where pupils and I have to walk through in order to get to the school that we're going to check out. Now, for a pupil, a school is a place they can escape to during the day, where they can enjoy themselves with friends and learn. But I have a feeling that this school we're going to isn't going to be any different.
And it isn't. This river, contaminated with sewage, lines the edge of the school. There is no escape from the pollution at home. These students spend each day learning and playing in an environment where the view is littered with wastewater, sludge and human waste, and where a toxic smell fills the air. Sanitation services are non-existent. The learning institution consists of 8 classrooms, an administration room and a toilet. Quite an achievement by the standards in the slums. But it hardly gets better. In fact, everything else in the school seems to be either in disrepair or simply non-existent. Naum Ochido is the head teacher of Upendo Rescue Centre, which has enrolled 150 pupils, most of whom are from vulnerable backgrounds. His explanation about the state of the school is interrupted by the sounds of children playing. I'm pleasantly surprised at the activity outside, but somewhat puzzled. Here are children as young as 4 years old, spending their days in an exceptionally hazardous and unhealthy environment. It's an unacceptable situation. Yet they look as if they haven't a care in the world. As head teacher, Naum Ochido knows all too well the challenges the school faces.
Most of them are becoming sick, but now I get defeated to have a health center where I can take them. So they are unable even to concentrate in the class.
In a classroom, I find Hilda Sofia, a volunteer teacher from Iceland. Her country and this slum is quite literally worlds apart.
It's a big difference. In Iceland it's really structured, and each teacher has like 20-30 children to teach, and each children has a book and of course all the materials. But here they have to share books, they have to share pencils, and it's not as structured. Sometimes you're missing a teacher, so you just have to work with whatever you have.
And she too sees the way in which the pupils show ambition, strive to learn and be happy, regardless of the daily hardships.
And they're really cooperative and they're eager to learn. So yeah, that's another thing. There's a difference between Iceland and Africa. In Iceland, the children are forced to go to school and they don't really like it. But here they're eager to learn.
We run into the area councillor during our visit, and he says it is the government that has a case to answer.
Our complaints fall on deaf ears. Necessary action are not taken immediately.
I venture to another school nearby. Just by looking at it from the outside, the issue of safety stands out. Closely cramped tin classrooms on 2 levels, packed from wall to wall with students. In case of an emergency, there would be no way out. Even if there were, there's the looming danger of falling off the 2nd level or injuring oneself against the makeshift metal walls. It's hard to imagine how one could concentrate with such limited space to move, little air to breathe, and near darkness. The head teacher highlights the challenges of running an institution with such limited resources.
We lack adequate resources like water, electricity, and enough rooms for the pupils, since we have a large number of pupils and they can be a large number in one class.
I head to yet another school in Quarry slums, Jobenfa Primary School, and even before we enter the school gate, it's clear things are hardly picture perfect here. Pigs rummaging through an open sewer at the front of the school. 8 tin classrooms, an administration room and 3 makeshift toilets serve this primary school of 900 pupils. Bernard Okech is the head teacher. He shows me around the classrooms. Some of them have up to 100 pupils. Proper blackboards, seats and tables are part of their dreams for the future. Only a tin sheet separates the classrooms. The school also has to contend with poor hygiene. Students have to make do with a hole in the ground where waste leads to this open sewer. But what do you do when you have no other option? Here Bernard Okech tells me that the options are few.
Come to education, you teach people once they finish the class 8, you don't have nowhere to go in joining Form 1 because of the money. So you find them sometimes very pathetic because you have struggled, but the child has not gone to secondary.
It's heartwarming to hear students express their ambitions. One wants to be a pilot, another a teacher, another a lawyer, perhaps even the future president. At the same time, it's far too hard to imagine how these dreams would be turned into reality. But still, the school is not short of success stories.
There was a year which we scored 427. We have been scoring 400 and above.
These children do have the potential, the determination and the will to reach greater heights. But it becomes a sad ending for those who can't afford the next step, secondary school, which comes at a price. In the meantime, the head teacher keeps the hope alive.
If I want them to be active, so I can even say that I have 5 bob, so who will be active? I will be, at the end of the day, I will be giving this 5 bob. So you'll find that most of them will be trying to get that 5 bob.
Hopes and dreams take people a long way. Indeed, if these children are encouraged to rise above their hardships, they'll have a chance. And perhaps some of these faces will be future lawyers, politicians, doctors, and who knows what else. If not, at least they'll still have had an education, something that no one can take away from them.